guys and gals, it's Howard back with LandSpeed, the premier CRM for land investing. We are in session 4. Congratulations for making it this far. It's been a great ride. In session 1, I taught you the first big secret, which is if you want to make money in the land business, buy low, sell low. Because you want to sell it faster and turn your money over more times during the year. And if you do that, you can increase your profits by 40% or even more during the year. Then in session 2, I told you 2 different secrets to get really accurate pricing. The first one was to convert all of your comps into a price per acre. And that way we can compare all of the comps on an apples-to-apples basis and put all that data together to make something sensible out of it. The second thing is figure out the subdivision or the some kind of smaller geographical area, smaller than the county, so that we can get really accurate pricing. Figure out what's the offer price per acre for each of those little areas. And then you get very accurate pricing. And you make sure you price it on the lower end of the market so you can sell it faster and turn it over more times during the year and make lots of money. So in the third session, we brought it all together and I took you through the process and we actually priced a market. But in this session, this is kind of a bonus session, and I want to show you something a little bit different, how we can use the information that's available to us to determine how good a county really is. So there are many ways that we can evaluate a county. I've got quite an extensive methodology for that, and maybe I'll do another course about that. But people often ask me, what is the most important criteria I look at when I choose a county? And that is, I want to know how active it is. I want to know that there are a lot of properties being bought and sold. If there's lots of land and it's beautiful land and it's priced well, but there's no buyers for it, well, that doesn't really help me because I'm in business to flip. I need buyers and I need sellers. So I want to see activity. And there is a tool on the internet that really helps with this. And that tool is Zillow. So let's go into Zillow and let me show you how we can do this. And then I'm going to show you a very special tool that can make it a whole lot easier for you. And I'm going to make you a very special offer on it as well. All right, here we are. Let's look into Zillow. So we're back in Yavapai County. Remember, when we looked at Zillow for the purposes of pricing, we looked at only sold data. Now we could have done sold data and for sale data if we wanted more, but we just did sold. But for what we want to do now in activity, sold doesn't help us. What we want to do is we want to see the for sale lots. And not all of them. We just want to see the ones that are by agent or by owner. And I can see that there's about 55 of those right now. So other than that, I want to keep all of my criteria the same because I'm trying to determine the activity in the county for the kinds of properties I'm looking to buy and sell. Now, with Zillow, notice I can just shrink in the size of the browser a little bit. It gets rid of the map, and now it's giving me 2 columns of data so I can see data faster. Now, because we're looking at for sale data and not sold data, notice at the top of the ad it says 6 days on Zillow, 6 days on Zillow, 10 days on Zillow. It's telling me how long this property has been on Zillow. And if I was to take all of that data, and I would say 6, 6, 10, and put it all onto a spreadsheet and use my average or my subtotal calculation, it would tell me the average number of days on Zillow for all of this data. And I'd have to go through all 3 pages. Notice as I go down, remember I sorted this by newest first. So that's why it's 6 days. Wow, it's barely been on Zillow at all. But even as I go down a little bit, I'm starting to see 39 days, 44 days, 90 days, 106 days. There's actually 3 different sheets of data here, and if I get to the end, now I'm looking at 465 days, 688 days. So there's, some of these have been sitting on, and that's actually not the last tab. The last tab is down here, and it looks like the oldest one that I've got here is, 864, 1,066 days on Zillow. So within my search criteria, which is the kind of properties I want to buy and sell, some have only been on for a little while and some have been on for a lot. So you want to collect all that information up, and then you want to create the average. And if you look at that comparatively from county to county, it'll give you a sense of how active one county is relative to another. Sorry about that. So that's it. Use Zillow to figure out how active your counties are. But to go through each ad and pull that information and put onto a spreadsheet is a bit of a pain in the neck. So I want to show you a tool that can make this a lot better. And the tool is called PriceBoss. It's a tool that we created at LandSpeed, and I think it's going to be very, very helpful to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to just get all these comps directly into PriceBoss. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my cursor right here below on the lower right hand side below the last ad, and I'm just going to swipe up to right above the upper left of the top ad. And I'm just going to copy. I'm going to come into PriceBoss. Now this is the Zillow interface, and I'm going to go into this yellow box here, and I'm just going to paste it in. And I'm just going to come down to the first empty spot, and I'm going to go to the next page, and I'm going to do the same thing. Whoops, there we go. Drag it up, and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to bring it into PriceBoss. And there's a third page, so let me go do that. Go to the third page, and boom, there we go. All right, now this gray bar here means there's a lot of calculation going on here, but I'm just going to pull it up back to the top. And you can see it's already calculating all the information for me. Days on Zillow. Now it's not done yet. I can see it's still calculating, and I remember from looking at it that the one that had been on there the longest was around 1066. So this high should ultimately say 1066. So let's give it a moment to do that. And boom, there it is. The property that's been on the longest has been on Zillow for 1,066 days. The shortest is 6 days. The average, 262 days. And the median, 209 days. Now, median, what does that mean? It means that of all of those comps, half of them have been on Zillow for less than 204 days, and half of them have been on for more than 204 days. Well, some of them have been on there for a long time. Now, there could be different reasons why. It could be the market's slow, or it's not a great market, or it could just be because some people haven't priced it well. And there's even a possibility that some people have just not taken their ads down. So it's not perfect, but it's a pretty good analysis. And the problems that you'll have in one county are the same problems you're going to have in another. So if you compare counties, it's a very good way to find out relative activity from county to county to county. And you see how easy it is. You just scrape the data, put it into PriceBoss, it calculates it automatically. And when you want to get to the pricing part of everything, it's going to make it a lot easier too. Because watch this. I'm just going to hit this compute button. We'll give it a minute. And boom, it just pulls all those ads apart and says, this is the source is Zillow. This is for sale data. If we also included sold data, it might say sold in here. It breaks apart the prices, breaks apart the acres, and in a later process in PriceBoss, it's going to automatically calculate your price per acre for you. So you don't even have to know anything about spreadsheets. It just takes care of everything for you. And then we use this information on the right-hand side to help us figure out subdivision information. And if you want to go see the actual ad, all you have to do is click on the URL, and it'll just open up the ad for you. So that's PriceBoss, just two of the capabilities within this tool that I think will make pricing a whole lot easier for you. I want to take a moment and just thank you for sticking with me for these sessions and for learning more about pricing, and I really, really hope this has been useful for you in your land business. And as a special gift to you, I want to make PriceBoss available to you for a 10-day free trial. And And so you can use it for 10 days, all the functionality of the pro version of it for absolutely no money at all. And when you're done, you can purchase it with a huge discount because you came through this class. And the discount coupon code is MOLEADS, MOLEADS, because that's what we're really trying to get to here is MOLEADS. So MOLEADS, and you're going to get $150 off the purchase price. That's a lot. So for a tool that I think is going to provide you tremendous amounts of value. I mean, if you do for each county, if you got one extra deal out of it, that could be worth $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. So so it's really, really important that you do your pricing right. I hope this was valuable. Hope you get the Price Boss and take me up on my free my offer for free 10 days and then a real steep discount off the purchase price. Thank you again. Good luck.